Freya, we're almost there, girl. We're almost there. So it's been 70 days since we left our homestead, and it's kind of a nerve-wracking feeling. Hopefully the excavator's there, the tractor's there, my car. Hopefully the shipping containers are still dry. Freya, the wall tent.
A big thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video, but more on that later.
All right, first look at the shipping containers, and they look totally fine. Kind of didn't realize how much I love this place. I feel like traveling is a very effective way of gaining perspective on things. You just create a little distance and then you can see things a little bit more clearly. Not the cheapest way to gain perspective, but definitely one of the fastest. And my God, does it feel good to be home. I love these 3 silly containers so much. I think especially since Willa was born in here, they are just like burned into my heart. Wow. Kitchen looks totally fine. It is really cold in here. All right, bedroom. Bedroom looks fine too. Wow. Office looks fine too. Our solar panels are making some beeping noises, but I think that's just the sun hitting the panels at the end of the day. Oh, did you miss your spot, Freya? Did you miss your spot? I think Freya missed this place just as much as I did. So yeah, everything is still alive and well.
Hello, we are back. Lou is at the land right now. Hopefully the wall tent is still standing. We were kind of nervous because there was so much snow, but whatever happens, happens. And yeah, we are at my parents' house and this is where we're gonna be for the next few months. So welcome to the town spot. It's a lot easier here. Don't you think it's a little bit easier here? We got running water, we got dishwashers, we got some space that's warm. It's a lot of effort for Lou to keep the containers running in the winter because we don't get that much sun, so he has to run the generator a lot, which is like a whole getting that going. We don't have running water there because the pipes are above ground, so that doesn't work. So no, like dishes just is so much effort, and we don't have proper running toilets. You get it. It's proper off-grid and rugged. And while I love it up there so much so that last winter when I was pregnant with Willa, we were gonna try to live here and I just missed the land so much. But now it feels a little different because this year we're building our house, like our proper house up there.
The shipping container was our first ever house.
Yeah, the shipping containers were our first ever house and they're amazing. They're just a lot easier to live in when it's warm out, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're really to live in
when it's warm. And so we probably will go back up in the summer, but we're not sure yet. We're gonna try to play it by ear. Being there in the summer is so nice because you get to garden and be outside, and we are considering getting animals, like more animals, like goats this summer. So it'd be like so nice to be up there, but we also are just trying to be really smart about our energy this year and what we're capable of doing with the 2 kids, with the making all the videos, and trying to build our house. Not even trying. We are going to build this house. Lou is going to build this house.
Our friend Mike has been working through the winter building the frame in his workshop, and we just got it delivered yesterday. This is most of the shed house frame. It's a welded steel structure with zip on the outside. It's February now, and we're hoping to install in March. We'll see if we can get this thing tarped. And yeah, these are the kind of jobs that would be great to have 2 people for, but it's me and Freya. We can figure it out, right girl? Right girl? Woo! House built, here we go. It's a little windy to be doing this job. 2.5 hours later, and both tarps are in place. Such a challenging job in the wind. This is the second winter in a row that I made the exact same mistake and forgot to attach the plow before the snow. So we're gonna drive with forklifts all the way across the meadow if it starts. Battery still works. Woo! Oh, come on, you're so close. So let's go take a look at the wall tent next. I'm not gonna lie, I did take a look with the drone because I was just so nervous. And by some miracle, it seems to be standing. Freya, the wall tent, it's still alive. It's getting a little droopy though, girl. Getting a little droopy. Hey bear, hey bear, hey bear. My mess, my beautiful mess. God, I just love all my stuff, even though it's messy. I do not care. I've been looking for a hammer. You can see that this side has almost no snow on it. That side over there, you can kind of see the sun is hitting it, and the tarp is doing its job. This is the most successful tarping I've done so far. Normally these tarps last like a couple months, but this one is still kicking. Holy moly, that's a lot of weight. Go wall tent. Guess what, Freya? I found some goggles. This day just keeps getting better and better. And most importantly, we rescued the wall tent. It's hard to know, but I'm guessing, I don't know. What do you think? I'm thinking we were one big snowstorm away from this whole thing falling. But who knows? Here's what I'm thinking. Let's see if we can get the tractor up the hill and attach the plow. The tractor was supposed to be preheating. I was gonna let it warm up so that we could use it, and I do not hear any sounds. What's going on, Freya? Come on. All right. That smelled bad. So I talked to a local farmer that I'm friends with, and he said that because it's been so cold, I think the day I tried to start the tractor, it was like -15 that morning. The diesel, I guess, will freeze. It gels up and it clogs the fuel filter. So I bought this diesel 911 stuff that he recommended, and I also bought a new fuel filter. He said what I should do is remove the whole fuel filter, fill the entire thing with the diesel 911, pour a bunch into the tank, and that might be enough to get it started. Woohoo! Oh wow, it's ice in the bottom. Look at that gel. Diesel. Gelled up fuel filter. Then the farmer said you just fill this thing up. So the next step is to figure out how to bleed air out of the system, since we just put a bunch of air in there. We did it, Freya! We did it! We did it, girl! We did it! Me and you, baby. Me and you. So I've been trying for the last hour to get the tractor to the plow, and it just can't make it up the hill. Maybe it'll rain next week and melt all this snow.
We're about to make chicken stock with our spring water and our actual own chicken. So it might feel a little tragic to have lost all of our egg layers, and it's not our ideal scenario to have to process all of our layers. Like, they're not really designed to be meat birds. Lou processed them with some of our friends, Allie and Parker. Thank you for all the help. I'm going to put a bunch of them in our own spring water with some salt, and this will be not only amazing baby food, healing broth for our whole family, and then I also use it in lots of our stews. So we have a bunch of venison from a buck that Lou got last year, and I can make some roast with that with potatoes from our own land. Like, we really are, even though we are not on the land right now, we are at my parents' house, and I am so grateful for this home to enjoy winter respite because it has been so cold since we got back from Florida. Like, so cold. If you're in the Northeast, you know what we've been going through. Like -10 degrees outside. You can see these are pretty small birds. You can see, do you want to see the chicken? This is our chicken.
A whole big chicken.
Yeah, you can see it's got the feet on there. So then I can put this in and make our chicken stock. This is one of the egg layers. Now we're gonna have stock from it.
Why do we process them?
Why do we process them? Because they couldn't live out in the cold. They wouldn't have made it through winter with us gone in Florida. But next year, Daddy, or this year, like this spring, Daddy wants to get meat birds and another set of layers, and then this way we won't have to process our layers. We'll just do meat birds. Okay, so I am starting a new workout program, which I actually created for myself. This kid is loving the indoor jungle gym. I found there's so many amazing creators that have, and like trainers who have workout plans, but they all have you watching videos, and I actually don't want to try to follow a video or be on my phone when I'm doing workout. I just want to like be here with the kids. So I made this plan. It's only 4 days a week, and I got this chart. So today is the first day of using my new workout plan. I need to find a pen. And I'm just gonna start tracking. It's a weightlifting plan, but if I have, oh yeah. And I wrote down backup exercises for using Willa as the weight when she wants to be in the carrier, or if I use her, like, you know, today is arm day, so I can just go like this.
And I would like, I'm like, before they all the same color and mine, they brought them and they all the same color.
Really?
What half, like, half they go on it.
I think I woke this one up when I was doing all the broth. She had a little bit of a nap, and we have a lot of broth. So that's great. I'm gonna pull all the meat off the chickens once they cool down, and if it's super tough, I'm gonna give it to Freya as dog food. And if it's edible, then we'll eat it. But either way, somebody will use it all. And yeah, it feels really cool to be making stock with our own chickens. A step in the right direction for sure. Bubble time? Yeah, bubble time. I said it's bubble time. It's honestly like so special to give her food that actually came from our land. And that's what makes me feel really excited about potentially getting other livestock for the land so that we could have like goats be fun. Or our own meat birds, and really keep investing in putting like our health into the land. But yeah, I'm really excited for this year. It's gonna be so cool. I really just keep picturing myself at the end of 2026 in my own home at the Christmas tree, the end of the year. I feel like 2026 is a year for our family that's going to be really monumental. I think getting a house, a proper home. I mean, the shipping containers are an amazing home. We love them so much, and I feel like they've really like transformed our family. You know, it's like it's where Max grew up and where Willow was born. But I think building a home that can really grow with us into this next stage of life is going to transform so many aspects of our existence, and Lou is so capable of doing that if he just has the time. So that's what he wants to do. Prioritize our home and also prioritize our new project, Cooking with Littles. We're literally so excited about this course. I think that it really blends a lot of our strengths, like making videos, cooking with our kids, talking about the energetics of how you hold yourself. It's honestly like it has so many elements of parenting really in it. Like, how do you stay calm when things are chaotic? How do you recenter yourself? How do you provide spaces that they can play and make a mess? And yeah, I think Cooking with Littles is just really going to be such a special thing. I can't wait for it to be out. I don't know exactly when that's going to happen.
The good news is that the website is coming along quickly. This week's video is brought to you by Squarespace, and I recently used their services myself to acquire the new domain for our course, cookingwithlittles.com. I was kind of surprised by how incredibly fast the process was. It's been years since I bought a domain name or set up a site from scratch, and the entire task took about 15 minutes from start to finish. There's going to be a bunch of details that go into making the actual course pages and all that good stuff, but Squarespace has all the design tools I need to get the aesthetic and functionality dialed in exactly the way I want. My favorite part of the new layout tools is the ability to toggle between mobile and desktop view, so that you end up with a web page that actually looks good on phones, because user experience is everything in my opinion. If you're ready to build something of your own, head to squarespace.com/wildweroam for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use code WILDWEROAM for 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you soon.